So I will continue from the last paragraph. Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, onward through his life, each morning sees some task begin, each evening sees it close. So though he had happiness in his life, sorrows in his life, he was working hard, but still the life goes on. So each morning he starts a work, each morning he starts an assignment, and each evening it was closed. Something attempted, something done has earned a night's repose. Something attempted, something done. What does it mean? He has done something. He has tried something. He has earned a night's repose. What is repose, beta? Sleep, peaceful sleep, which can be earned, which can be taken if you are worry free, if you are tension free. And how it can be achieved, how this man was earning this, because he was working honestly day and night. Whatever the task he had started, he was finishing that. And because he was doing something, because he was attempting something, and it was bringing a sense of satisfaction in his life, that's why he has earned a night's repose. You can say, since he was working hard at night, one way his body was tired, second way because he was accomplishing his own commitments, his own assignments, and he was not cheating on his work, he was quite honest on his work. So all this together was helping him to earn a sound sleep. This cannot be earned if you are not doing your work properly. If you have not completed your notebook, which is to be submitted tomorrow in the school, then definitely at night you will not be at rest, you will not be able to sleep, you will not be able to get a sound sleep. But when you are done with all the things properly, you will sleep peacefully. So this is called repose, when you have a sound sleep. Now let us conclude the poem. Thanks, thanks to thee, my worthy friend, for the lessons thou hast taught. Thus, at the flaming forge of life, our fortunes must be wrought. Thus, on its sounding anvil, shaped each burning deed and thought. So, here in the last paragraph, it is written on behalf of the poet. Earlier, the poet was talking about the blacksmith, but here poet is talking himself. What he is saying, thanks, thanks to the my worthy friend. My worthy friend means he's talking about the blacksmith. He's conveying, he's giving his thanks to this person for the lessons thou hast taught. Thou hast taught here means you have taught, for the lessons you have taught. Thus, at the flaming forge of life, flaming forge of life here means difficulties of the life, our fortunes must be wrought. Wrought means our fortunes, we should make our own luck. Thus, on its sounding anvil shaped each burning deed and thought. So, just a blacksmith, the way our life, how we can mold our life, how can we shape our life, just a blacksmith melts and molds his metals. In the same way, we also need to work laboriously and melt and mold ourselves for the great future, or for the success in life, not only for our own success, but for the success of mankind, for the betterment of mankind. We also need to mold ourselves, to shape ourselves, to change ourselves in better ways, just as the blacksmith is doing it on furnace. We also have to do it by facing the difficulties of life. So here the poet is conveying his thanks to the worthy friend, who is called worthy, who deserve to be respected, or who deserved to be admired, or who deserved to be loved or appreciated. So he is giving his love his respect to his friend. Which friend? Blacksmith. For the lesson he has taught. The lessons he has taught. Which lessons he has taught? That we should always work hard. We should not try to run from the difficulties. We should not, ignore. If we have some difficulties in our life, we should not give up. Rather, we should feel the more difficulties we will face, we will become more important, or more, you can say, good. We all know, if we have to wear a gold ornament, for that a goldsmith has to work very hard on that. After that only a gold becomes a beautiful ornament. Similarly, if we want to become like an ornament, if we want to become beautiful, here beautiful doesn't mean facial beauty. Here beautiful means our internal beauty, or the name that we gain with our good work. So, if we want to achieve success, we have to work on our own personality, just the way blacksmith does. So, in this way, the poet has given a beautiful message, and he portrays the life of a blacksmith to give this message to us, that we should always work day and night without giving importance to any other things, without distracting ourselves. We should try to mold our personalities for the betterment, for the better future, for the better country, for the betterment of others. This is all about the poem, students. In our next lecture, I will talk about the figure of speech or literary devices used in this poem, which are quite important, and this poem is, stuffed with literary devices. We will discuss that and question answers. Till then, take care. Bye bye.